What's up, everybody? It's just Nick, WVLS, and I am thrilled to have this talented actor and producer hanging out with us today. He is the Cory Hardrict, baby Denzel Washington, one of the greatest actors in the world. And no, he did not tell me to say that, but no, he is phenomenal. And thank you so much for hanging out.
Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much for that. Do I owe you some money for that, for saying that introduction?
You know, Zell it.
Send me the, let's do the Cash App, Zelle, yeah. But no,
How
thank
are you?
I'm so blessed. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Congrats to you for your show here. I mean, I'm honored to be here speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm in New York City.
Yeah, and you dress New York style. Come on, it's the swag.
I got the Eddie Murphy raw. It's not the leather, but it's the
What is it, velvet?
What is it, velvet?
Yo, it is. It really is. If we
Yeah.
can do a close up on that, I'm trying to tell you, it looks smooth.
I think it's
and
black sheep.
You might be able to go to sleep in that.
Sheepskin.
Yeah.
This is comfortable.
It's giving Uggs.
It's giving
comfortable.
Uggs?
Yeah. Have you had Uggs before? You rock them?
I tried them on, but it wasn't my
They have
thing.
bed sheets too.
Uggs?
Yes. When I say I sleep like a baby with my Uggs.
You know what? My son got some Ugg slippers. That's why he always got them on.
I'm trying to tell you. So let me just say congratulations to you
Yes.
on everything you've achieved.
Thank you so much.
You've done a lot, and you've been in this industry for quite some time.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah.
About 30 years. Yeah. God has me here, still going, still living a dream. So I'm very blessed.
Do you remember
do what I love.
your first role that you've ever done?
Wow. Yes, my first role I ever done, I would say, was There Are No Children Here. It was an Oprah Winfrey movie in Chicago. I always tell the story. My mom took us to an open call, me and my brother. Shout out to my brother. We waited in line. It was like 1,000 kids in the west side of Chicago waiting to get a role in the movie. It was a few roles, and we got in the movie, and I was able to get one line. And the line was, "Hey!" That was it.
But I bet
2
you was
months, and I loved
excited for it.
Very excited.
Did you how did you practice? Was it several times? You was like, "Mom, what about this?"
No, he's like, "Hey, how many times can I say hey?" You know what I'm saying? So every time I just gave it energy, I threw it out there, and I was just like, you know what? They're going to love this hey. It's going to be the best hey ever.
Do you remember anything from That's So Raven?
Mm-mm.
So how far back do you have memories of just your cameos and things like that? Because you've been in it for a while, so.
Yeah, I can go back. Like, I was on The Smart Guy. Like,
that's right.
Wow, that was like
Felicity.
one of my first guest stars. Yes, that was Felicity. I played a resident advisor, and actually it was recurring. It was a small recurring, like a few episodes, but Taraji, that's why I met Taraji at. And we were in the same episode playing resident advisors. I remember.
That's crazy.
Yep, and I remember she was from like D.C. telling me her story, and I think she had just had a child. And that's crazy how far she's come, and just to see we're both in the business, and man, this is a blessing.
Do you ever go back and like watch or catch the shows and like, man?
I
wow.
do. I look at like some old footage, like because my lips used to protrude because I didn't have my braces yet. So when they take your teeth out, and my mouth used to be like all the way out here, and I used to be like, wait, man, that was me. Head looked that big. I was like, what is going on? But no. I say I come a long way, so I'm grateful.
You have.
Yes.
What have you learned about this industry since then to where you are now?
Wow. You got to keep changing with the times. You got to make yourself adaptable to just things because you can't just stay one way. And like with social media has taken over a lot. And it's like you can't just do the work and disappear. You got to do the job and then promote the job. You got to talk about the job. And that's cool because I come from the place of it was more just acting, and I like to act and just disappear.
Yeah.
So that's what I was comfortable with. So now I'm like doing press, which is like new for me, like doing all the promoting, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. And I'm learning how to, do interviews a little better. So it's going really well. So
yeah, I can tell. Well, I can relate as far as on the music side because when you said that, it made me think about just musicians and Michael. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The king of pop who
yes.
rarely did interviews. And when he popped up, it was a big deal because it's like, oh, snap, it's Michael, because there was a lot of mystery to him, a lot of privacy. And I respect people who can hold on and keep certain things private in a world that's so open and so nosy because everybody wants to know everything about you.
Everybody needs to just mind their damn business. But what I'm saying is, like, and then everything is so accessible. Like, you can just reach out and grab it. And I'm like, you got to keep the mystery. That's how I came up, just wanting you to focus on my work when it comes out.
Yeah.
and then not really focus on the person and his everyday life and what he's doing. And he's going to the bathroom. He ate this
Right.
meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. He going on a walk. So it's just kind of like,
But you have fans who
love 'em.
really, really go hard for you, and they want
I
to know
love 'em.
certain things about you.
I love these
You don't
fans.
feel like you can give them like little gems every now and then.
I
Like,
do.
I'm gonna open the door just a
I
little.
do. It's just like, it makes me, like I said, I have nothing but gratitude, and I'm very grateful that people want to see me and they're excited about my journey. So that means a lot, and that makes me want to continue to go harder and do greater work when
Yeah.
I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bigger than me. So
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative of that.
I love that. Well, okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying, one, I'm very spiritual, right? Very connected to God.
Yes.
But I talk about zodiacs a lot because I'm the sign that is like the philosopher and who
Yes.
loves knowledge. So I'm familiar with zodiacs, right? My father is a Scorpio, and I know that you're a Scorpio.
Yes.
And so whenever I just see you on TV and you're doing interviews, I'm like,
That's a Scorpio.
if you're not my dad, I don't know what it is. Because one, my dad is very private. He's a protector. He don't play about his family, and he's a workaholic.
That's all me.
So you are in a new film,
Yes.
Die Like a Man.
Die Like a Man, April 25th on
That
Apple
is
TV.
a strong title.
Die like a man. Yes.
Tell me about your role in it.
I play Solo. He's like a reformed gangster who gets out of prison, who, he adapts this young guy into his life, who he sends him out to be like this kid who has to go on these missions to prove himself about manhood, and through violence and through certain activities, because sometimes boys want to prove themselves to the community. This is what you got to do to be a man. And I'm not, like I said, this is showing what the community is like, but I'm not advocating this violence or condoning any of that. But the messaging is, sometimes you got to put the guns down and put them up, or, there's violence is not the answer,
Right.
but we're showing the messaging behind it is showing that there's some truth to that, and you can learn from going the other direction with this movie. And it represents a lot of, underrepresented communities, like in Los Angeles. Like, this movie speaks to like the black and brown communities in LA, the west side of LA, Culver City, Venice Beach, and they haven't talked about this a lot on film. And so my filmmaker, Eric Nazarian, he grew up in this neighborhood, in this areas, and he really wanted to tell a story that was true to him. So he did a beautiful job. And when I read the script, I was like, I got to do this character.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's those issues in Chicago. It's all over in certain areas. So I feel like that, I mean, I might be dating myself as far as age, but when I was growing up, because I grew up with three brothers, one, no guns. I mean, there was guns, but people weren't using that. And if you had beef, you square up after school, do what you got to do. And my brother had this one situation where he literally fought a guy 3 days in a row. And it took 3 days for them to figure it out. But after that, it was done. It was
But
over
everybody
with.
lived.
Everybody
That's
lived.
what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Even though it's Die Like a Man, we want to have people live. We want to have kids live.
Yeah.
You don't have to die like a man. You can form some peace like a man as well. But the movie's necessary, and I think people are gonna enjoy it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of kids that look up to you, and some of them may feel like they do certain things because of ego and pride, right? Well, I've got to show I'm a man. What would you say to that young man who's looking looking for advice? Maybe they don't have the father around to tell them, use your hands.
Yeah, I think a lot of kids in the communities they're not guided in the right direction, because one thing about it is they are searching for something, that father figure, that mentor, and then, because it's a lack of, not at home. So you got to go get it from the streets.
Right.
And instead of the streets embracing them, saying, the streets ain't good for you, we love you, needing a hug or something, they're pushing them to do things and advocating them to do things that's going to be detrimental to their lives. So it's kind of like, it's very important that, men hold each other accountable as well. You know what I'm saying? And listen to another man, listen to another boy. Like, y'all talk talk things out and just see what your problems is, so that y'all can come to like a resolve. And don't be afraid to tell another guy like you love him, because that's probably all he want to hear, that he's not getting at home. You know, they want to hear that. And then once you tell them that, then like the hard demeanor kind of goes down. Like, oh wow, this guy really, you know, we ain't gotta go in that route. So yeah, I think that's what it's about, though.
Do you feel like guys get a hard rap, or like, do you feel like females generalize men too much? We live in some strange different times now. It's hard to not say that things are different from when our parents were growing up and their parents were growing up.
Interesting. Guys get a hard rap. I don't know. It just depends who you talking to or who you asking, right? So it's like, I think it can go both ways. You know, because like I said, social media changed the game. Like, everything has changed.
It has.
Now, everything has changed. Like, everything is like that microwave. It's a quick, you know, it's not like the crock pot, like cooking food. Like, everyone doesn't have time to wait for anything no more. It's like, I need it now. Even if it's bad for you or whatever, they just got it. It's the quick rush or the quick fix. So, you know, I would love for us to come back with just everyone just being patient with each other and giving things time. You know what I'm saying? Just long, you know, giving things time. Just with relationships, everything. Just give it time. You know, that's where you find the beauty here. Come on now, that's where you find the beauty.
That's good. A lot of people are rushing things. They are rushing things. So we talked about the new film. I have to talk about Divorce in the Black, because you slayed that role.
Thank you so much.
And I hated you for a while. And I know that you get that a lot, right? Because you're such a great actor that you embodied the role. And I feel like when you can evoke an emotion out of me as a viewer, you've done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I got a lot of people like, I hate your ass. I be like, what?
It's a love-hate relationship.
You talking to me or the character? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's a character. That just shows you that I did my job, right? So I try to really throw myself into the character, remove myself out of it completely. Yeah. And I do whatever I feel like the instincts of what that character would do. That's how I go into all my roles. And I don't think, I just be, right? Right. And I go for it. And I take risk. And, you know, that's what a lot of young actors should do on camera. I say they just take risk. And the director tell you to scale back. Like Tyler, you know, a few times, you know, in the beginning stages, like it was a scene I had with Megan. It was the first day of filming, and I called her out of her name, and I added it into the lines, but it wasn't in there. And he came out around the corner like, Cory, let me talk to you. Don't do that right now. You know, don't say that. And I was just like, oh man. But he's like, let me talk to you. Talking around the corner, he's like, I love where you're going with this character, but not right now. It's too soon. And that was the last time, like he really talked to me, but he loved everything that I was doing. So I was like, okay, I got a great filmmaker who see the vision, and he's gonna let me play here and have some fun. So that's what it was about. So
for sure,
that was one of my most amazing experiences filming.
I love it.
Yes.
Have you ever like done a role where you surprised yourself, like, oh snap, I didn't know that was in me?
No, I know I got it in me though. I'm holding back.
Scorpio, come on.
I know I got it in me. I'm like a silent ninja. Like, I know I got it. And I'm just like, I can't wait for the world to see it, because I got a lot. I just got a lot to give to the craft and the arts. And
I can see that.
Yeah, I got a lot. It's bottled in me. Like, it's just ready to all come out. So, you know, I got, you know, I'm looking forward to my next projects for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you seen Number One on the Call List? Or heard about it?
But shout out to that. My boy producer, Datari Turner, is a producer on it with Jamie Foxx. So
yeah.
I heard it's amazing.
Thing, right? Supposedly it's a thing in the industry where there's certain people that get up there, and do you feel like or what does that look like as far as your experience? Because you've been number one on the call list, obviously, with Divorce in the Black. And
no, Megan was number one on the call sheet. But no, I haven't, like I said, I haven't had, outside of indies, I haven't had no studio movies number one on call sheet, so I don't even know what that feels like yet. But my thing is, I just look at it as like, we're all in this thing together. Like, if you're number one or number 50, 50 got to do their job to make number one work.
Yeah.
And it's all a puzzle. And if one piece is out, then nothing works, right?
Right.
So even when that day comes and I am number one on a studio movie call sheet, I still treat it as if, it's a team collaborative effort, and you gotta make everyone feel like they're number one on a call sheet, and that's what I would do, because that's how I am. Like, I ain't like I'm number one. My trailer got to be that big, and I eat alone, and no,
Right.
because then you alienate yourself from getting greatness out of your team, right?
Right.
And I never want to do that.
It's interesting you say that, right? The alienating, because would you say that you're like a loner, or that you prefer to be around a lot of people? Why you smiling?
I looked at Simone. Tell the truth, I am a loner. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
I'm a loner. Simone tell you, like, people who know me know, like, he ain't coming. He in the house. He ain't going. Nah, he don't want to go.
Are you the type to say I'm gonna be there and don't show up, or are you gonna say I'm not coming?
No, I'm not coming.
You might not even get a response, but
I'm not finna tell you I'm coming and not coming. I'm not coming. But no, it's more of just I gotten so used to being alone, just as like a teenager, and it grew into like my adulthood of I feel comfortable, like I feel safe when I'm alone.
Right.
And I'm slowly at this age still trying to grow out of it, and I'm doing a little better. Doing interviews, going on shows, discussing the work.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it, but I do enjoy being a loner as well, right?
Right. There's motivation in that, though, because there's
Right.
a lot of people like you, and I often say this, but I feel like the pandemic created a lot of loners. Like,
Yes.
I'm, like I said, very free-spirited, but the pandemic had me like, do I want to go back
Isolation,
outside? And then you
yeah.
start talking to people again. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right, conversations. Like what we're doing.
That pandemic scared a lot of people because
Yeah.
everybody, you hear something that I gotta go. Oh, what happened? You don't want to, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So the work-life balance, right? Because if you're a loner and you like to do things in solitude, and you're a family guy, but you're also a workaholic, where is the room for love? Outside of your family.
Oh, outside, where's the room? That's a good question because I don't know. I'm still searching. Well, I'm not looking. You want it to find you. You don't want to go try to find it. You know?
Right.
So that's what's happening now. It's like there is no candidates right now. There. So right now I'm just letting my life just lead to whatever God has for me, however that goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where I am right now. I'm not searching for anything. I'm trying to just continue to be at peace within myself.
For sure.
Make
But
sure
when
yourself,
it comes, you're open. Because most of the time you can see it or you can feel it. Like, okay,
course.
maybe
Of
it's
course.
time because things just
Listen,
fall in place.
Of course I'm open. I am a single man. It's no secret. And occasionally I mingle, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm locked in right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everyone wants to feel love and have love at some point in their life, I'm sure. So, and when that happens, I ain't gonna tell you about it.
Exactly. We won't know.
Nobody's gonna know.
We have to wait for like TMZ or somebody hiding in the trash can to find pictures.
Yeah.
It may not even be them. But no. Congratulations again to you on all your success.
Thank you.
Looking forward to Die Like a Man.
Yes.
You are producing now.
Yes, I'm a producer on it now. I started a film company called Hardcore Films. It's just like I'm getting like funding together for that, so I'm excited about that. Just being an executive and creating other opportunities for other people, in the business. So I'm just excited about the future for sure.
You gonna be directing too?
At some point, maybe. Like right now, I don't really have that bug. Like I need to be a filmmaker right now, but I'm sure at some point it'll probably come. Like okay, because I know shots and like I was telling you, I know shots and setups.
Right.
Oh, that should be this shot, So I think I may jump into that as well.
We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to it. So if there's a role that you can say, I want this next role to be like this, do you have an idea of what that looks like?
I haven't thought about it, but I do want to play. I've always envisioned playing like a superhero character.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, I want to say the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like the community, my people. You know, I want to just save my people, and then we save everybody else after. But
I like that.
yeah.
What about like Marvel and like?
That's what I mean. I'm down with Marvel. So Marvel, if you listen and watch this interview, I'm ready for you.
Make it happen.
Listen,
Make it happen. And
make
he
it
doesn't
happen.
necessarily have to be the villain, even though you play that well.
I love playing villains, but I can be a nice guy as well. I was just saying I want to do a romantic comedy as well. Like
See, now that's.
I want to run on the beach, shirt off, you know, my Notebook moment.
Wait, not the Baywatch. What we doing?
No, you know what I'm saying. With the shirt, you still got the shirt on, but the shirt is open and it's just flapping. Like you see the thing flapping. Your shirt flapping.
That would work because you have nice style. And I can
Yeah.
only imagine what your closet looks like. Do you pick a lot of your clothes or you have like a stylist?
I have a stylist, Jason Sky. He helps me out. He helped me with these threads I got on right here.
It's fire.
Yeah, so, but I'm a jogging pants, beanie type of guy every day, leather jacket. Like
Keep it
motorcycle
simple.
leather jacket, socks, some shoes, yeah.
What's
That's
your
my
like
vibe.
daily routine? Now I'm digging in.
Go to the gym. Meetings. Eat something healthy, like real clean, like a smoothie or something, nice salad with some salmon or something like that. Check in on my kids, you know, see what their activities looking like, seeing where I got to meet them for the day. That's about it. That's it.
Sounds like a Scorpio to me.
That's about it.
Sounds like a Scorpio to me. Shout out to the Scorpios. I love that. Well, you're a phenomenal father, and I love what you represent when it comes to that. You are motivation for a lot of people, and
so
I
much.
pray that more people learn about you who's not familiar, and see what true fatherhood looks like, because it's amazing.
Thank you.
And this is speaking from someone, my father wasn't in my life until later because my mother never told him about me till I was like 30 years old. So I'm doing a lot of growing and healing myself as far as, you know, that's concerned. So kudos to you.
Appreciate
thank
you.
y'all
Thank
so
you.
much.
What's that? WBLS?
WBLS.
107.5.
Die Like a Man. Go support the
April
film.
25th.
April 25th. And then keep running up Divorcing the Black, because this is just
Y'all love that movie. Keep
scared
watching that
me,
movie
okay?
as well.
I'm scared.
It's
Thanks for watching.